Hey, what's up? So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at 15 emotes in Fortnite that you didn't know were rare. Now, obviously, there's emotes that have been unreleased or just from a really old battle pass like Season 2 or Season 3, but there's actually a ton of emotes in the shop that are slowly becoming rare. The thing is Epic Games has the ability to make things rare just by simply not releasing it, and over, the months, there's been a lot of emotes that just haven't come back to the shop, and because of that, they're actually now rare. So it's kind of cool because, maybe you didn't get the floss from Season 2, but perhaps, you just happened to buy an emote and it hasn't come back in the last 6 months, and you actually just walked into a rare emote. And yeah, so last thing before we do get into it, I just realized I'm really close to 2.5 million subscribers, and that's like a big deal. It's like a quarter of 10 million, which I think is exciting. So if you guys could please help me get to that goal by subscribing, that would be most appreciated. Anyways, we're gonna hop into it. Okay, so coming in at our number 15 spot, this is the emote Treat Yourself. So this was last released November 1st and has only actually been ever seen in the shop twice. Since the day this video was releasing, Wednesday the 23rd, it's been 85 days since the shop has seen this emote. Now, 85 days, what does that mean? Is that a lot? Well, kind of yes, kind of no. The Season 3 emotes Salute, Take the L, Best Mates, and Robot were last seen April 30th for 269 days. And if you want to look at the rarest or oldest emotes in Fortnite, we've got Season 2, The Wave, Ride the Pony, Floss, and Worm at 337 days since they've been in the game. Or, that is to say, available in the game. And for more comparison's sake, the number 1 spot on this list hasn't been released in 190 days to the shop. So while 85 days sure is a lot, I just thought I'd give you guys that comparison of what we're working with here. Moving on to our number 14 spot, this is going to be Chicken. The last time this emote was released was October 30th, so just a day apart from Treat Yourself. This has been released into the store 4 times, but the thing that I also want to add that makes this extra rare, I feel like, is it's not one of the most sought after emotes. This has been around since Easter, and it just seems like not a lot of people buy this one. So if you do happen to have it, it is actually quite rare. At number 13, we have Praise the Tomato, which was released October 19th. And it has been 97 days since we've seen this emote. Now moving on to our number 12 spot, this is the first skin to break the 100-day barrier, and it was last seen October 15th. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hitchhiker. So it's been 101 days since we've seen this emote, and it's only ever been released into the store twice, which in my opinion is shocking. I actually think that this is a really good emote. It's got nice music and it's a fine dance, but for some reason it just seems to be not a huge seller on Epic's behalf, or they're just keeping it for some reason. But either way, quite rare. Okay, so now we're gonna take a step back into September, actually September 29th, and this is the emote Go, Go, Go. So Go, 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 while only being a 200 V-Buck emote, has only been in the shop twice, and it's been 117 days since we saw it. That's 4 months. And anyways, to top out our number 10 spots, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a Rocket Spinner. The last time that we saw Rocket Spinner was September 26th. It's been 120 full days since we've seen it. That's a third of a year, obviously. And it's only been in the shop 4 times. It was in the shop 3 times around July 4th, and then 1 more time in September. And since then, that's been it. With a lot of these emotes, it's like, yeah, I could see this really coming back at any time. In my opinion, this is one that I don't think we're going to see until the next July 4th. We did see the Sparkler emote return for New Year's, but this just seems to be a very sought after emote. Whenever you use it in a game, people like in the pregame lobby, people will come up and be like, whoa. Even though it's not the rarest of emotes, it is quite rare. And now moving on to our number 9 spot, this is actually Rocket Rodeo. So I guess in terms of overall rarity, this might be a bit of a debate, as Rocket Rodeo has been in the shop many more times than Rocket Spinner, but it's been longer since we've actually seen Rocket Rodeo. The last time we saw Rocket Rodeo was September 19th, putting it at 127 days since it's been in the shop. Also, one other thing I want to say is Epic Games, please don't release any of these emotes before this video comes out, okay? You don't need to do me like that, and there's a few that I am scared for. If you are watching this video like a month later, first of all, hi. It might change a little bit, but as of now, this is where we're at. Anyways, moving on to our number 8 spot. This is rock, paper, scissors. The last time we saw this was just a day before Rocket Rodeo, September 18th. Moving on to number 7, this is actually Kiss Kiss. The last time we saw this skin was September 14th, putting it 132 days between us and it. Really, this is one that I don't expect to see until Valentine's Day, so we've got at least a few weeks until this one is probably coming back. Although there's another emote called True Love, you guys are probably familiar with that. I'm surprised actually, we did see that just around Christmas time, so it seems like they're holding on to Kiss Kiss, but for some reason, True Love made it out before Valentine's Day. Now moving on to our number 6 spot, this is an emote that I actually have, and this is On the Hook. So I'll be honest, when I first saw this, I liked it. I did buy it a little bit sporadically, and I don't... To be nice, let's just say it's not my favorite purchase. But that's part of what makes this so rare. The last time we saw On the Hook was September 8th, putting it a whole 138 days ago. And again, to add just to how rare this actually is, it's been out twice. It's not a super popular skin. If you do have it, it is a very rare emote. Anyways, though, moving on to number 5, this is going to be Baller. This is something that I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen in a while, but the last time we did see it was August 26th. That's gonna put it at 151 days ago. Then moving on to our number 4 spot, this is going to be thumbs up / thumbs down. So yeah, there's 2 actual separate emotes for these. It's kind of weird. But the last time we saw these were August 25th. These are one of those ones that it always just amazes me. There's just these very subtle, random, low-key 200 V-Buck emotes that just don't come back for whatever reason. When you've got something like Rocket Spinner that it's around a holiday, or even Kiss Kiss, even though it is a 200 V-Buck, you understand why Epic Games doesn't bring it back. But there's some, like this, just thumbs up and thumbs down, that there's really no reason why they haven't brought it back. I mean, if you scroll through every emote, like most of them have been released within the last month, but for some reason Epic Games just holds on to them. Anyways, it's been 152 days since we last saw thumbs up or thumbs down. And actually moving on to our number 3 spot, this is going to be Confused, the classic Pulp Fiction emote. So this is only one day more rare than their previous one at August 24th. And to make matters actually more surprising, Confused has only ever been released in the shop 4 times. This is one that I kind of do wonder, maybe they're scared because there's some copyright stuff going on, like that is a pretty iconic movement from the movie Pulp Fiction. It's hard to say for sure, or maybe they're just holding it on to make it intentionally rare. Anyways, it's been 153 days since this emote came out, making it the 3rd oldest emote in the shop. I guess a better way to say that is the 3rd longest to be released since it last was. Anyways, moving on to our number 2 spot. This is where we're about to ramp things up quite a bit. At July 25th, we have the emote Flapper. Now, in fairness, Flapper has been released 11 times, but it was 11 times between like December of 2017 and again, July 24th. I mean, if you think about how much the player base has grown, That's a little bit insane. What's actually really cool is it's been 183 days since this emote was released, which actually gives it a full half year of not being in the store. And this is another one that I don't understand. It's not a particularly unique emote. There's nothing that seems to be that special. It obviously sold well because it got released 11 times back in the older days of Fortnite. Not old at all, but for whatever reason, it's just never returned. All right, now before we do get down to our number one spot, I do actually have a strong, very strong honorable mention. And that is actually Fresh. So the last time that we saw Fresh in the shop was November 21st, which only really puts it about 2 months old. But this is one that I really think is going to slowly climb to the top. There's certainly some emotes on this list that are being saved for just a later date. There's some emotes that are absolutely going to come back soon, but this is one that's probably not going to. For those of you that don't know, this with a few other emotes, there's a legal battle going on, and because of that, there's a very strong chance that this will just never get put back into the shop. Even if Epic does win the case, it's going to take a while, and I think this is something that's going to be kind of held on reserve just because there's no point in Epic, causing more trouble for themselves than they need to. And there are actually other emotes like Orange Justice. There's one from a rap video, I believe. But those are ones that are in the Battle Pass, which obviously that's why I'm not counting those ones. Anyways, though, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably not ready for this, what the number one spot is. Anyways, coming in at our number one spot, July 19th, okay? It's had 4 appearances. It's been out of the shop for 189 days. And this grand special emote is Red Card. Yeah, it's just one of the soccer or football emotes. I don't understand either. It's cool because this is the oldest shop emote, and if you have it, congratulations, you have the oldest shop emote in Fortnite. Also a very rare emote from Fortnite, but whoa, yeah, cool. When I was doing this list, I was personally really hoping that we'd get something a little bit more wild. But at the end of the day, if you got it, congratulations, and if you don't, I would probably expect to see it in the next following months. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be our list. If you guys did enjoy the video and you're new to the channel, you like what I'm doing over here, it would be awesome if you could subscribe. We're going for that 2.5 million goal. Other than that, if you enjoyed and you're already subscribed, leave a like, comment what you think. Do you have any of these emotes? I don't know. I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.